Okay guys, last time you seen us, we had just arrived in France, about to start an epic adventure, but now we're back in Ireland and I've got a lot to catch you guys up on.
Alright guys, so we've nailed it, about 2.5 hours south of Calais, and I'm not gonna lie, we've just kind of hit a wall. We also don't have any internet. Thankfully we do have Starlink that we just activated last night in Dover, so we're gonna fire that up in the roof and then we're gonna figure out where we're parking tonight. I don't think we're gonna go fully down south. I think we're gonna stay up around here because we've got a bit of work to do and we're just tired, man. After the last few weeks we're just kind of running on fumes. Let's figure out where we're parking up tonight and we'll go from there. Guys,
obviously still completely unprepared because I got to the till and he started speaking French at me and I just looked blankly and was like, "No parlez-vous français?"
That was pretty good.
And he was like, and just kept going silently. And then at the end I was like, "Merci!" We've ate some food and I'm gonna be honest, I really thought eating would like level up our energy game, but I'm still very frazzled.
Yeah. You know when you haven't slept for long enough and you kind of are a little bit outside yourself?
That's you.
That's how I feel right now.
That's you. We've
got a park up that's 45 minutes away, so I've definitely got that in me.
Okay, let's hit the road, guys. Let's hit the road.
We got this. There you go.
There you go. Okay, guys. We've made it to location. Philly, why are we so tired?
I think we've had so much going on that we've never been able to look ahead. And now that we've done a lot of the stuff that we had lined up, our bodies are like, okay, can we please just stop for a little bit? Oh
man.
I tell you what, I'm definitely feeling 26.
Yeah. 26.
Alright guys, so from this point we've made our way down to Font, which is the incredible climbing place in France, and we decided not to film because we're meeting friends and family and we just wanted to climb and spend some time together and then fill you guys in after a few days after we'd adjusted. But then disaster struck as Keely fell off the wall.
Yes.
And banjaxed her ankle.
Yes. Now, we were being very safe. This wasn't anything reckless. Before anyone tells me to be more careful, it was literally just...
You need to be more careful.
It was literally just this real fluke situation where my foot landed between two mats in the crack between, my ankle crunched right over, heard the big crunch, felt the excruciating pain up my leg, instantly knew this was really not good.
It also wasn't a super dramatic fall. It was akin to stepping out of the van.
It was pathetic.
But then you did go into shock. You went white as a ghost and you started to shiver. So we all decided that, yeah, Keely needs to go to hospital. So we princess carried you from the boulders back to the van.
And we are in the process of taking her to the hospital. It's so sore, Kara. It's so sore. I know. I'm going to stop videoing.
Brought you to a hospital that is in Font as well.
Yeah.
And then just played the waiting game of waiting to get seen, waiting to get an x-ray, waiting to see the doctors.
Yes, and it was late at night. We're in a very rural area. I don't speak any French. And I just found it really, really hard to communicate with what happened, what I was experiencing. Obviously, they couldn't communicate with me what I had to do or whatever. And by the time we got out, it was 4 AM and I just had a sheet of paper in French and I really didn't fully understand what had happened. I knew that based on hand signals, the doctor was doing this at me and I was like, is this a train? I don't understand what's happening. And then I was like, oh, crutches. And he was like, wait. So
wait.
They say it like that. They don't say we. In that area they say wait. You know, it's quite a... anyway, and he did this like 3, and I was like...
Three crutches?
3 days, 3 weeks. Then I got the piece of paper that said 21. So I was like, okay, I'm on crutches for 3 weeks, so it must just be like a sprain and then it'll all be fine in 3 weeks. That's what I was thinking. I was also high on drugs at this point that give me good painkillers and everything, and I just kind of left thinking, okay, just a couple weeks and I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
And then we pick up the camera next day, still under this pretense, and start filming and bringing you guys along.
Have to speed this up.
Not gonna lie, crutches are effort, man. Morning. Okay, so today is the first day back at the crag since my injury. So we have chosen a climbing area that is nice and flat, hopefully, so that I can get around in my crutches. And I'm just gonna go and see. I'm gonna be moral support. We'll bring the camera along, let you guys see what we've been up to these few days. And hopefully I'm not too much of a winch.
We made it.
Yeah.
Guys, we've been climbing pretty hard the past couple of days. We've literally been putting in about like 6 to 8 hour stints throughout the day climbing, and my fingers are so tender. The skin is so thin. They're just super red. You can see like blood. I even tried to do a little bit of editing yesterday, and it was painful to touch the keys and click the mouse. Let's go.
Managed to get a croc going. What an idiot. Ready for the day.
Let's rock and roll. You getting used to the crutches?
My hands hurt. I'm already pathetic, guys, and we're not even close.
The van
We're in the car park.
is over there. Sorry, we parked over there because we thought the crag was over there, but it turns out it's like over here. And just in case anyone thinks, we're not forcing Keely to come to the crag. She wants to. We give her the option to sit up in the flat, rest her feet, rest herself, but no. You guys know Keely. She's a sucker for punishment.
It's hard. I'm actually sweating. Do you see beads of sweat in my face?
You're gonna have hench biceps by the end of this. Oh, pet, those hands. Guys, we only went like a couple of 100 meters. That looks painful. Do you want to get my back?
No, absolutely not. You need to have a good body to climb today, not destroyed by me.
You need to have good hands to prepare my meals.
On the way back to the van after the hospital, not getting out till like 4 AM. It was raining so heavy. I need to carry me like a sack of potatoes really far.
I did.
And I felt really bad.
And even when you actually fell off the wall, I had to carry you back to the van. And it definitely, I had to set you down a few times. It's kind of weird how you get heavier the longer I carry you.
What a guy, what a fine specimen of a man.
This is what happens when you don't sit on the seat provided.
Come on.
I'm feeling left out.
I definitely underestimated how sad it would be watching everyone climb while I'm sitting here. And how I'm quite bored. It's like when you normally watch people climb, you're like hyped because you're about to get on it.
Yeah,
But it's like,
this is like torture.
It's not as fun when
Yeah.
you're not part of it.
It's like setting a biscuit in front of me and saying, don't eat that biscuit. So this is the only issue with opening the van at the crag. It just becomes a complete tip instantly. And there's lots of insects and hornets and flies and mosquitoes. So unfortunately, the cleanup now lies on me.
Yeah, I'm helping.
Because Keely is out of action. But we've got the next best thing. Kira!
Hola!
Let us know down below. Does Kira look like Keely?
Very scary looking fly was. It's not a fly. That is not a fly. That's not a vibe, as Keely would say. It's not a vibe. Billy, it's not a vibe.
It's not a vibe.
It's not a vibe. It needs to go.
It's got a big bum.
Sorry.
Whoa! What? Ow.
Sorry.
Ow. Ow.
Right. I can't be doing this.
All right, everyone out. Everyone out.
Waggle me more.
We need some calmness. When we get back on our lonesome, this van is gonna need a deep clear out.
Deep clean, man.
Ready to go?
Ready. There's a hornet in our van.
Hey.
Bye. Bye. No, don't go in there on legs. Don't go in there on legs. Okay, bye. Bye, gently. Bye. Okay, cool. No, bye. 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 No. No. No, he's coming back. Where is he? Okay, quickly shut the door. It needs to close, Philly. It needs to close because I hit him with my sleeve and he knows that I raged him. I'm shutting it.
Off to the next spot.
Yeah.
Guys, this area is fantastic. Honestly, just like you just nip from crag to crag.
And it's all so beautiful. Like, it's just big foresty boulders. It's very like fairy tale vibes, you know? Like you feel like there's little like fairies and pixies all around you.
It almost feels
Yeah.
like it's man-made boulders.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, why are they here? It's not even mountains. Like, where did these giant boulders just fall from?
To the next crag.
Yeah. Hello, Badfoot.
Welcome back to another fresh morning in France. Yes, judging by the sky, it looks like we're back in the UK, but we're not. We're still in France. To be completely honest with you guys, we haven't actually picked up the camera in over a week just because we haven't been really in the right headspace, and in that time we've just been staying at a campsite and morale has been a little bit low. I think initially we thought that Keely's ankle would be fine in a couple of weeks, but it's now been a couple of weeks and it's still pretty bad, and I think that we're going to have to head back to the UK and get another scan just to see what's going on. We're actually getting the ferry back to Ireland tonight. Hello.
Hi, guys.
Who's this? Stranger?
Who's this? It's been a while. Yes, the van, I'll be honest, doesn't feel like a great space for healing. A big reason is actually because whenever I sleep, my ankle pushes up against this wall, and every morning I wake up it's more swollen than it was the night before. So I actually think I really need a bed where I can actually elevate my foot and not have tension happening in my ankle.
Yeah. Van life is awkward at the best of times, and when you've got a gabby foot it makes it even more awkward because you're banging it off things and crutches aren't really like...
There's not enough space to get a crutch in here, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely going home, that's fine. Obviously we've booked our ferry, we're leaving. But we had to go home in a couple of weeks anyway because we have got a meeting with an embassy about trying to get a visa approved. And I'm gonna be honest guys, I really didn't know it'd be this big of a deal applying for this visa. It's been quite complex.
So we do have another big adventure on the horizon, but our main focus is to get Keely's ankle scanned and see if there's anything that we can do to just to help the healing process.
Yeah, like get them to tell me what physio to do and stuff like that.
Because you are the priority here.
Oh, thanks. I'm just excited about our next big adventure, so yeah, I have to heal in advance of
Yes,
that.
we both need to be on our both feet.
Yes.
Guys, this is what our life has been like. Wow, this is the farthest you've made it from
I
the
was gonna
van.
say, I've actually been getting much faster on crutches. My hands are toughening up. That first week it was really unenjoyable, but I'm getting a bit more zoomy. You want to see?
Okay, go for it. Let's
Ready?
see. Don't,
I'm gonna
please
go.
don't
Not
injure yourself.
stupid fast, but just like, I'll show you that I can almost go at walking pace. That's pretty good.
Wow. It's been a trying time, guys. I don't know if it's worse for Keely or if it's worse for me. Also, I think that these are child's crutches.
Yeah, they are.
And this is also a child's
brace.
A child's foot brace.
Yeah.
So. We have a window and a massive room.
And only one bed.
I'll do it, don't you? Yay! I love having our own room. And we're so far apart. Perfect. How is this cabin bigger than our van?
It is.
This is the biggest cabin I've ever been in. So we had to get an accessibility cabin for Keely. So all these handrails are for her, so she doesn't fall over. Alright, so we got the ferry back into Dublin and we went straight from the ferry to the hospital because Keely was still in a lot of pain at this point. Her foot was still swollen and we just wanted to know exactly what was wrong.
And when I got to the hospital, and immediately he identified, obviously I'd wrecked my ligaments, but upon more inspection he was like, I also think you need to get x-rays again. So the x-rays came back and showed that I have actually fractured, cracked, chipped, whatever I have done, I'm not sure, the ankle bone, and also obviously torn ligaments. So I'm basically on a very long healing process. Once the bone is healed, we can start dealing with my ligament damage, and it looks like a 13 to 15 week process. And that's only after I get the bone given the go-ahead. I have to go back in and see the bone fracture clinic in 2 weeks' time. And then after that, hopefully start my physio
journey.
And I got a big boot. So basically,
you're flexible.
What I had in France was effectively a splint, and that was actually not really functional at all for what I needed. I needed to reduce complete mobility.
So this obviously changes our future travel plans as well.
In an alternate universe where this hadn't happened, this video would be us telling you, guys, we have applied for an American visa, we're about to start a crazy 6-month road trip and buy a van and do all this awesome stuff. But because of this, we're like, I don't think leaving for America in 2 weeks is probably the best decision.
Yeah, there's no point going when you can't get out and explore. There's no point like going to Yosemite or something and you can't even go for a hike or anything. So we're still very much hoping to go to America at some point, but I think we're just gonna have to put it on the back burner just for a few months maybe.
Yeah.
So now we are figuring out what we're gonna do with ourselves.
Yes, guys, we need a plan B. This has literally all happened in the last few days where we've realized this is probably not going to be healed until Christmas. But we are hoping to still, 100%, we are absolutely still going to America, Canada, that will happen.
Providing America let us in.
Yes, we have our embassy meeting next week about our visa and everything. So send us all the good vibes about that. Let's hope that all goes well and they agree to let us in. But between now and then, what are we gonna do?
What do we do? What do we do?
What are we gonna do?
So if you guys have any idea of what we can do between now and Christmas and maybe just after it, let us know. Things are just a little bit uncertain right now, but we're figuring things out. We're
going to give ourselves a couple of weeks off to deal with the embassy meeting, my fracture clinic meeting, and hopefully by then we'll kind of know what's happening, and you will have given us enough ideas in the comments that we can come back with our grand plan B adventure. And if you want updates, we will post every Sunday on our community tab on YouTube. I'll screen how you get to it here, and once we are back, you know, there'll be a video.
Also join our Patreon. We'll give you some updates there too. We love you guys. We'll catch you soon. Bye.
Love ya.